Hi, Deanna here with Adventures of Deanna. I just wanted to chime in real quick and give you a report for the month of February. Just review the whole month at a time. So my goal was to end the month under 235, and I started the month at 242. At the beginning of every month, I go ahead and do an assessment of the month, try maybe like a monthly planning, take a look at what's going to be going on for a month, what's going to be happening, and if there's anything that I need to pay attention to. So I did write down that, I had some special occasions. There was Valentine's Day in February, and there was vacation that I had planned. I had vacation planned for later in the month. And then I wrote down things that I need to be careful and plan for this month was laziness and oversleeping. Laziness and oversleeping. Yes, I can be a lazy person, that's for sure. And oversleeping, I do love to get my sleep, but I don't know why those are things that I really need to watch out for. That's a curious thing that I even wrote those things down, and they kind of make me laugh. And I have no idea what my thought process was and why I even wrote those down. So that was interesting whenever I looked back at my plan for the month. When I was doing my monthly plan, how I did not see that Mardi Gras was coming is beyond me. I knew February is Mardi Gras. It comes every single year. And every single year we go to the Taste of Soulard. And every single year, mostly, we go to the parade. We go see the festivities. So why I didn't put this on my plan at the beginning of the month is beyond me. Why I didn't know that this was going to be happening. Wow. How could I have been so short-sighted? I don't even know what I was thinking. So, let's take a look at my habit tracker for the month of February. I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen over here. I made a 24-hour plan. I did that 89% of the time. Followed my 24-hour plan. I did that 41% of the time. Assessed my 24-hour plan 86% of the time. 64 ounces of water 93% of the time. 7 hours of sleep 89% of the time. 8 2 to 2 93% of the time. And worked out or did some form of self-development 93% of the time. So overall I got an 83%, and how that compares is last month I got an 86% and I lost 3.2 pounds. That was in the month of January, and in December I got an 88% and I lost 7.6 pounds. So with the 83% rating based on following the things that I track in my habit tracker, comment down below what you think my weight loss probably was for the month of February. Just give it a little guess. Comment down below what you think my weight loss was for the month of February. So my results for the month of February was I lost 2.8 pounds. 2.8 pounds in the whole entire month of February. My final weigh-in was at 239.2, and I started the month at, as I said earlier, at 242. So that 83% ranking at 2.8 pounds, the month before, I got an 86% and I lost 3.2 pounds. So these ratings do have something to say about the weight loss success. It's not just the numbers on the scale, it's the efforts that you put in. So my efforts that I put in this past month were not that great. I even question those percentages a lot. Whenever I'm looking back at my habit tracker, there are a couple things that really stand out to me. Sleep, 89%. That was like I got 7 hours of sleep almost every single day except for 3 of the days. And then the same thing for 8 2 to 2. So I ate whenever I was hungry and I stopped when I'm satisfied. 93%. That's saying that there were only 2 days that I did not eat when hungry and stop when satisfied. And I know for a fact, whenever I go back and I look at that habit tracker, I didn't mark down the Taste of Soulard. So that day, the day that Taste of Soulard, I know I didn't eat 2 to 2, but I didn't mark it as such. So I think some of the data is a little bit flawed. that I wasn't accurately writing down in my habit tracker what it was that I was doing. 2.8 pounds. As I look to March, I am going to look at it a little bit more seriously. I'm going to take more effort to look at that habit tracker and really honestly fill in those dots to make sure that I am following my hunger scale, that I'm eating 2 to 2, to really focus in on, am I getting the 7 to 9 hours of sleep that I need to have a night? Am I 100% following my plan and assessing the plans that I make? These all make for success. The programs that we do to lose weight, they only work as much as we work them. If we are not taking the time to follow our plans to the best of our abilities, then we're not really giving it the true results that are necessary. So I think that's the case here with me, is that despite, my commitment, I really wasn't showing my commitment. I was kind of like going through the motions this past month and doing the things, but not really doing the things. So I need to focus more on doing the things. Something you may not know about me is that I love the show Survivor. I have been watching Survivor since season 1 with Sue and Kelly and Richard. I've just been watching Survivor for a very long time, and I'm still watching. So on last night's episode, so it's like season 40, I think, Winners at War. So it's all people that have already won the show. So there's people, season 40, Winners at War, and there's 4 people that are on Extinction Island, and one of the tasks that they had them do is to earn a fire token, just a little token. In order to earn this token, they had to climb up a bunch of steps. They had to climb up a bunch of steps, and then after they climbed up the steps, then they had to go further up the mountain and grab some firewood and then bring it back down the mountain. And they had to do this like 20 times, and they had, by the time the sun set, in order to complete this task. So the 4 of them, they're working on this, and there's this guy, Ethan. He's like one of the oldest guys out there. He was in the very first seasons of Survivor. He's been through all kinds of things in his life, a lot of hardships, but he's out there and he's doing it, and he's saying, giving himself all the mantras that he's had in his mind throughout all the years in order to get over those things that he's gotten over. He's repeating them, and he's having a hard time doing this, and he passes out because he's just putting himself, and he keeps pushing himself and pushing himself and pushing himself. The medics come. They tell him, dude, you just need to take some breaks. So he takes some breaks. At the end, everybody has finished getting their 20 pieces of wood, traveling up the mountain, getting that piece of wood, traveling back down the mountain, and they're exhausted. One by one, they're exhausted, and they just break down. They break down with all of these emotions because of all the hard work that they put into getting to their goal. Ethan is the last one to complete the mission, so they decide that they're going to help him out, and they're all going to go up the mountain with him and then come back down to celebrate his ability. So they supported Ethan. They supported him on his final leg up the mountain, and they supported him on his way back down. And I hope that this channel grows into that kind of support. I want to share my adventure with you. I want to share with you my successes, and I want to share with you my setbacks. I want you to know that a woman over 40 can lose weight without restricting certain food groups and without counting calories. I want you to be a part of my adventure, and I want to be a part of your journey. So comment below what it is that you are aiming to do. What weight loss journey or adventure, as I like to call it, are you on? Comment down below so that I know. I did do measurements this month, so if you want to see those, I will go ahead and enter them in here. They weren't that different than what they have been in last month, because 2.8 pounds. How can my measurements really change that much? But I did do them just to see, and I will put them in here for you. Okay, the lighting in here is terrible, but I don't care. I'm just going to get these measurements done. Today is March 2nd. So here we go with the neck, the arm. I hate doing pinched it a little bit more or not gotten it right. That's the most difficult spot to. I feel like this is another hard spot to measure. You never know how to get it exactly right. It looks like it's the same. For the month of February, my starting weight was 242. I ended at 239.2. My arm was 17, neck was 15, rib cage was 45 3/4, or 39. Over the boob was 45 3/4. My waist here was 43. My hips were 55. My thigh was 26 and my calf was 18. So those are my measurements for the end of February. Okay, if you made it this far, I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you enjoy this content, please click subscribe. Turn that bell on so you know whenever I post additional videos. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and like this video if that is what you so choose to do. If you're new here, get caught up on my adventures by clicking one of these other videos. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.